My name is Will and this is Olya. We are professional filmmakers who jumped on a sailboat and are exploring the globe in search of inspiring stories and people along the way. We hope you enjoy this series, and if so, tap the subscribe button so you can follow our adventure. In the last episode, we witnessed the shocking destruction of our beloved boat by Olya, who did it without saying anything to me. Oh my gosh. As crazy as things looked, the next day I had to board a plane to the US to start work on a 5-week commercial production. Although Olya had never so much as held a hammer before, I had to push that craziness out of my mind and hope for the best, as I had my own projects ahead of me. Hello from Hawaii. Meanwhile, back in Guatemala, I still had no idea what Olya was really up to, but she was leaving me cryptic messages like, "Don't worry, I have all my toes."
I knew that I have to finish the project before Will be back, so I started working right away. However, without any prior experience, every step took me 3 times longer than expected. For instance, why didn't I cut the window before installing the wall? So silly. So, of course, I bought a new tool for that.
I don't even know how to call it, but it's pretty cool. Fingers crossed. Yay. Look at this piece. And now... Sorry, Will, I know you didn't want to do it, but you're not here, so I did it.
At times when I felt exhausted or frustrated, I would take a day off. However, I realized that these days could be an opportunity to learn more about the locals and their lives in the nearby villages. It was during one of these days that I met Steve.
My name's Steve Elliott. I'm down here in the Rio Dulce in Guatemala. I work with the group Amigos de Rio Dulce. I'm from Iowa. I was a fireman back there. And then when I retired 12 years ago, I bought a boat and sailed the Caribbean for years and ended up here somehow. And just sort of made this my home and enjoyed being around the people here.
Amigos de Rio Dulce works on various projects like supporting orphanages, providing medical aid, donating wheelchairs, and improving schools. However, their primary focus is installing stoves and refurbishing school desks.
¿Necesitas tornillos para el plate?
Yeah, sí. 50 tornillos.
¿De 1.5?
Yeah. Project started about 4 years ago. We got asked by one of the schools to do some work on the school. And it just kind of turned into a bigger and bigger project, and then more and more schools asked us for the help. Since we started this, we've worked with 23 schools now, and as of this week we're going to do 50 more desks, help us over 1,300 desks we've refurbished. The sailing community has been great here helping us. All they have to do is put the word out and they all show up to help, and they're good at what they do. You know, that's part of being a sailor, I think, is being able to fix things and help people in different ways.
That's so true. That's like golden phrase. I agree with you.
The teachers and the students and the parents all have to help us. That's sort of one of our rules, so it's not just us. And they're always happy to help. There's always a big group of them out there.
The kids who were involved were incredibly proud of their contributions as well as the whole team. And I hope the experience will inspire the kids to take the education even more seriously. But for now, it's time for me to continue working on my own project.
Alright, here's my new project. I'm going to paint the ceiling.
This project is supposed to be super easy because I knew how to paint the houses. But who knew that painting the houses and boats were two totally different things? I had to mix many things together. Everything was in Spanish, and the painting technique was so difficult that I repainted everything at least 3 times. It was definitely a nightmare. And while I was working inside, another team was working outside. Steve was likely aware of the fumes both inside and outside the boat, and so he kindly invited me to join him on a new adventure instead of staying near the boat.
Yeah, today we're just taking another stove out to a village for some people with some kids really needed it. We're going out to a town called Quebrado Seco. This will be the 3rd or 4th stove we've installed there. We're not 100% sure if we'll make it yet since it rained all night and the river's a little high.
So today there's not very much water, so it looks like we can drive right across the river. So I'm going to direct Steve on. Yeah, this used to be all water here, and now it's all dry.
In many Guatemalan villages, cooking is traditionally done indoors using open fires or rudimentary stoves, often in poorly ventilated huts. This has led to significant health problems for women and children who spend most of their time indoors and are exposed to the smoke and fumes from cooking fires.
I have a little helper! This place is very special to us. This is the first house we put a stove in. We met a little girl in town who was having an asthma attack, and we took her to the doctors where she spent 2 days with the masks and medicine, and the first thing the doctor said is she's living in the same room that her stove is in.
Unfortunately, around 1,300 Guatemalan kids die every year from air pollution. As a result of the alarming situation, Steve and his team decided to replace as many stoves as possible in the villages where families have many children.
We've done 23 stoves now, which are a bigger deal. They're about $250 US for us to buy the basic stove. So we hope to keep doing that 1 a week or 1 every other week at least. From the outside, it looks like a bunch of concrete and concrete blocks, but the way it's set up with the burning chamber and so forth and getting the smoke piped outside, it's really a high-tech stove. Still wood stoves, but getting the smoke vented outside seems to be the biggest life changer for them down here. And it does use 1/3 of the wood that the old open fires use, so it helps the deforestation down here.
¿Le gusta esta estufa para la casa?
Sí.
Yes, muy bien?
Sí, muy bien.
Tu vida cambió.
Cambió mucho.
She said her life changed very much after getting a new stove, and she likes it a lot.
Awesome. Look at that spirit next to you. Look.
Oh no. See, he bites.
Yeah, I think at this point, this is my home for the near future anyway, but I can't see doing anything else. I enjoy what I do. I enjoy the people I work with. Enjoy working with the people.
And I had a wonderful time with you all. I truly appreciate the opportunity to experience a different side of Guatemala, despite the challenges faced by the local communities. I was lucky to meet amazing individuals with big smiles and even bigger hearts. Thank you for this experience. For a total of 5 weeks, I put all my energy into renovating the boat, pushing myself to learn new trades and skills. Then Will finally arrived. He had no idea that I had been up to for all those weeks.
Okay. Wow. Holy cow, Olya. Bravo. Bravo. They said it couldn't be done. I'm gonna give you a kiss. Good job. Bonita is definitely ready for any adventure now. Olya told me all about Steve. It's amazing how one person with a strong belief in creating change can inspire others to join them. Steve and the sailing community in Rio are a fantastic example of this. By working together, they have made a positive impact in their community and shown that small actions can lead to great change. With Bonita back in the water, our thoughts are turning to the future and the stories that await us. We're inspired by those who tackle challenges, no matter how big or small. By sharing these narratives, we hope we can contribute in our own small way.